So what is a subscription or membership business model? And so I gave you some examples, but in a nutshell, the subscription business model is a model which a customer pays a reoccurring price at regular intervals for access to a product or service. All right, so I want you to think about, okay, based on my company, based on what I do, based on what I offer, will a subscription or membership model work? Only you can answer that question. I want you to be open-minded. I want you to take yourself and your company out of the box, right? And out of the norm, and think about that for a moment. And if I do offer a subscription or membership to my clients and or customers, what would that look like? What would they want each month, right? And so think of the company like Scentbird, right? Scentbird, Scentbird. And if you are trying to figure out, man, I want to wear fragrances, but I'm not sure which ones, right? And so you get fragrances each month by paying a certain price. For Scentbird, that's a subscription, right? And you get to try all these different fragrances, really, really good fragrances. And so that is an example. So think about your company. How could I add a subscription or membership to my business model? It doesn't mean that's all that you offer, but that could be in addition to the other things that you already offer, right? And so I really want you to think about this, and I'll tell you why, a few reasons why subscriptions and memberships are actually a good thing, the benefits of them. And one is reoccurring and predictable revenue. Reoccurring and predictable revenue. Now, I don't know about you business owners, right? I don't know about you guys, but for me, I would love to always have a reoccurring and predictable revenue in my business. And so that is something that subscriptions and memberships provide. For instance, if you were providing a membership of only $20 a month, which is very reasonable, right? And you average about 100 subscribers a month. It may go higher than that, but it never goes lower than that. And that is like the average, right? We're just averaging it out. You know, and you can predict that each month I have a reoccurring $2,000 each month from subscriptions alone. From subscriptions alone. And that does not include any other service that I provide in my business. And so that's just to give you an idea, give you some figures, some really simple figures, but to give you an idea of how subscriptions and memberships can provide reoccurring and predictable revenue. So that's one of the benefits. And so I really want you to keep that in mind when you're thinking about how that can fit into what you do. Another thing is it provides deeper relationships with your customers and better data and opportunity to introduce customers to new ways to engage. So they can engage with you. You get to know their feedback on certain items and products that you offer. They will tell you if they like it, and they will sure tell you if they don't. Okay, so I want you to think about that as well. And you're gathering data as well. As you're gaining new subscribers, you're gathering data. Am I serving more women? What is the age range? What do they do for a living? What do they like to do in their spare time? You're learning all of these things all at the same time. So basically with subscriptions and memberships, it's an opportunity to better understand customers based on their behaviors and preferences. All right, say that with me. All right, business owners, small business owners, and entrepreneurs, I really want you to say that with me. It really gives you an opportunity to understand your customers based on 1, behavior, and 2, preferences. What do they do and what do they like? What do they do and what do they like? You need to know that. You need to know that because you're the problem solver. You solve a problem, right? You provide something that your audience, your customers, your clients, that they need, right? So what do they prefer? What do they like to do? What do they like to purchase, right? You need to know these things. And so I really want you to take some time and think about that as you plan out your 2021 goals. And so it gives you a sharper competitive edge and a stronger business foundation. Okay, so think about that and consider it. Okay.